we got one side of lights in. Now I just got to do the other side. Came out pretty good. I like it. Alright guys, so this harness that I had ordered a while ago, I actually ordered it for the truck, but it comes with 2 bump buttons, so I'm going to put one in the firewall right here. Not that we have to check flash on this thing. I'm just trying to get everything kind of buttoned up and wired up. So one of these is going to go on the firewall, and then the other one's going to go down under the car. So when I'm doing torque converter bolts and stuff like that, I can just boop, 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 pump it around. Bada bing. Go like that. Lock that down. Go. Now we got a bump button. All right, guys, got this all put back together. We didn't do the scavenge pump yet. The door is looking good. Donnie got that all done up. So you just got to put the latch in and then reattach the window. A couple little things, button it up. And I'm waiting on springs in the back. So the last time I was here working on it, I said I was going to lower the car. So I actually set the car down. Then I realized that the rear springs were actually different. So there's actually like an inch difference in height. So Mensker overnighted me a set of shock springs, and they're not here yet. Hopefully they do show up tonight. I'd like to get that done because we're trying to go racing tomorrow evening. So hopefully they show up. Got the lights all installed. Unfortunately, this one right here took a tumble and it shattered, but came out pretty darn cool. So right now, got Jerry and Corey working on wiring stuff. Got to wire this stuff together and then kind of run it down and over there where we got a nice weather pack connector, so that when we want to take the front end off, we can just unplug it, remove the front end, be good to go. Guys, our springs came in, so I'm gonna go ahead, get this thing jacked up, and get the springs swapped over, readjust the ride height, get everything set. We're finishing up the lights, and then a couple little things on the door. We should be good to roll out.
The blues are bright as hell, but the red's not so much.
How come that one ain't lit all the way around?
Yeah, that one's got bad LEDs.
The one you broke? No, the one I broke over there. What kind of shit is that?
No, no,
They
no,
all
no,
have-
no. The one that's broke is right there.
No, it's right
Hang
there.
on, they all just faded out.
I think I just killed the LEDs. That's weird.
Oh, it must be the red.
Yeah, red just died. That's awesome, because that's really all I wanted.
Uh-oh.
That's nice. Why did the red ones die? Let's turn it off. And then we'll turn it off. And then hit the red. Nope. Blue.
Maybe. Is blue the only one working?
Blue.
Green?
Green.
Green works.
Yellow.
Where's the pickup for?
Yeah, it's right there. Cyan. Purple. Looks like blue.
Yeah, it looks like blue.
Well, it's a funky blue.
Where's white?
Blue's really good.
Why is the red not working?
I don't know.
That's bullshit. Gotta be something.
It's either the light or the color.
What does this have to do with anything?
I don't know if that is.
Because there's 2 boxes of those.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's not... They look good. You can't run these with... We gotta bleed the brakes just a little bit more, but we can get good enough if we get it loaded up and do it down there. Looks a little better, a little bit lower. Got some cool lights on it now. I wanted the red, but I guess we get stuck with green. I'll call them and deal with that later on, but let's go racing, dude. All right, guys, we have made it down to the track. We got a full squad. We got Gonzo's Camaro, we got the Nova, and we got Moonshine. So we're gonna have a packed weekend full of racing. I'm super excited. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're out here, Bradenton Motorsports Park, 51st annual Snowbird Nationals. So we got James's car out here, like I said last night. We got Moonshine out here. Got to do a couple things to Moonshine. Just make sure it's 100% before we go out there. I am going to switch fuels just to get a little bit more pep in this thing. And Camaro got a little bit bigger nitrous jet, so we'll have to kind of figure out a tune-up we want to work off of for that and try to go down. But we're going to get this thing ready, go get teched in. We're not racing till 3-ish, I think, is when Q1 starts, so we got a little bit of time. It's not even lunchtime yet, so we got some time to do a couple things on this thing, make sure it's 100% before we're gonna try to make it hit. I got all the suspension, everything set, but I want to bleed the brakes one more time. A couple other little things, but we'll go over the car, make sure everything is right before we're gonna make it hit.
Spicy?
Yeah, I knew it was spicy. I just wanted to see what it sounded like.
Sounded pretty good.
Needs a little bit. That was more better.
More better. Is that even English?
Huh?
More better? Is that even English?
That's my English. Alrighty. So two-step check went well. I think we might have figured some stuff out. New fuel is got a little bit more power in it. It's M5 versus M1, so it makes a little bit more power. But that's what I ran this on before, was M5. I was trying to keep it on M1 just so I could run a class if I wanted to, but at this point I don't really care about running a class. I just want to go down the track and I want to figure some stuff out and go fast quicker. So yeah, we're gonna try that. I don't know if it's gonna take that, but I'm gonna try leaving on about 14 pounds and about 4,500 RPM. So the last time at Orlando we were going like a 120 60 foot. We were leaving at like 4,200. Well, I was trying to leave at 4,200 and it wouldn't act right. So right there, it came up, it built 15 pounds pretty quick and just held right on the rev limiter. So we're gonna leave it where it's at and we're gonna try to go down that. It's gonna see 30 pounds in about a second. So should do something cool. If it plants the tire, it's gonna go hopefully pretty quick. So I'm gonna check the front shocks, make sure I got those set good. I have the rear shocks set already. I just gotta put some air in them. And the one thing that I forgot to do, and I really wanted to get it done, was wire up my transmission cooler fan. I totally forgot to do that, and we talked about it and we didn't make it happen, so we got to get that wired up. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is, if you're a drag racer and you've been around the track a lot, you've seen these before. It's a remote transmission cooler. So I'll actually have some fittings that come out of the tunnel and they go up by the door over here, and it's like a quick connect, so I can actually plug it in and pump the transmission fluid through an auxiliary cooler, get everything cooled down between rounds, so that way keep the transmission cool and not cook it. So that's in the books, but I want to get that fan on, that way it keeps the trans a little bit cooler. And like right now we're trying to cool it down, I can do that. But yeah, got a couple hours before we run. We got the brakes bled, so the only thing I gotta do is put the hood on it, make sure I top off the fuel and put some air in the shocks, and we'll be ready to run. Fucked up, Aaron. You done blew dirt all over your car.
Do what?
So you done fucked up, Aaron. You done blew dirt all over your car.
That's all right, I got a detail guy. I got a detail guy.
He ain't here yet.
Oh!
I'm sorry, Sam.
Hey, James says that first
Can't help it sometimes.
These are the hit buttons and they're not up arrows. I'm confused.
Yeah, there's only one. I pointed it up at 0.
So, I can't remember if when I took
Yeah, I know.
Can't remember if I took.
If this thing stands up and drags the bumper, it is not my fault.
So, remember how we took weight and put it on the 240?
We?
Yeah, you said put weight on the back for Kentucky.
Okay, yeah.
And then since then, I took that weight off. But then we
But
brought
the
it
question
to World
is-
Cup to put it on Leroy in case we needed it.
The question is.
And I don't know if when we had the Nova out in between the two, if I had it back on the Nova.
Yeah, so you don't
So
know
just leave it off.
from the last time that it was out to now if that was on there.
Out for Blood 3 when
Right,
it
it was fine.
wasn't wheeling. I don't know if the 50 pounds was on it or not. So should we leave it off or should we just put it on?
I would just put it on. I'd rather
But
it
what
stay
if it
down
was
and
off
spin.
and it stayed down?
That's up to you, bud. I don't want to be blamed for this.
I mean, I'm really
That's all
good
there
at
is to
wheeling
it.
things. So
Yeah, if you want to wheelie, that's fine. I just don't want to get blamed.
I'll just mess with you. It's on.
No,
So
this
I'll
is
put it
good.
back on.
I'm scared to tune cars now. Comment section.
But I did
You
put a
can't mess
spicy
up
boost
at
ramp
all.
in it.
You did?
Huh?
You
No,
put
you
spicy-
did.
I put a non-wheelie boost ramp in it to go fast.
It is good. I haven't touched it.
You don't touch it.
Besides my titanium.
When you touched it, it wheelied.
I put titanium Caltrack bars on
did
it.
you show them
and
the
that's it.
titanium? You got to show them things.
Yeah.
Right here. Boop.
But yeah, the only thing I do besides put that weight back on is maybe when I sit in the car, adjust the Caltracs because they're just kind of like neutral right now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Works for me, bud. We got us going a nitrous tune-up over here because they put bigger jets in this one. So, went from a 46 in the fogger to a 48. Taking advantage of what we can. Try and go a little bit faster. See if we can't dip into the 40s this weekend. So, stay tuned. We're going to wheelie a lot of cars. So they just called us up. We're going to shoot here. Car owner said, let's shoot. So we're going to try to go 40s on this hit. So things are about to get rowdy. Rowdy. So it's either going to wheelie or it's going to go real, real fast. As soon as
real fast.
Yeah, hopefully it goes 40s. We're right after Ultra Street in no time, so I'm going to follow up after. I might wait a little bit and then head up there. That way I can be in the lanes ready to go. But I left mine alone. I've questioned the decision, but we're just going to send it and see what happens. Because I've hit it with 10, hit it with 11, I've hit it with 12. It still didn't go very fast, so we're going to hit it with 14 pounds, 4,500 RPM on the leave. Boost ramps in to 30 in 1 second. So hopefully it works and we go fast.
Alright guys, we're out here day one. Snowbirds. Behind my seat. And we're getting ready for round one of qualifying. This will be Q1 for the night. Friday night, day one of Snowbirds here at Braden Motorsports Park. And we're about to go real fast.
You gonna go fast?
It's got the wheelie tune in it.
I did not put that in there.
We're gonna try to go a PB right here. Track's really good, air's really good.
Yeah.
Car's gonna do his job, I'm gonna do mine, Nate did his.
We're gonna go on setting 4, which was setting 5 before with more jet in it. So
Yeah. I got it on 5.
we going 5? No,
No, I got it on 4.
45. Got it.
4 or 5.
We about to party, son.
Alright.
was by far the fastest this car's ever made. And everything worked like it was supposed to, and I'm super pumped right now. Alright guys, new PB and Moonshine. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you because there was nobody next to me. I just went a 488, and that was still soft in the 60 foot. So a lot of improvement I can do there. So that was the highest we've ever left on boost. I knew when I did the burnout that the car was happy, so that cam sensor fixed everything. Because in the burnout sometimes it would do some weird stuff, like it was losing itself. Perfectly fine there, so I'm super pumped. My confidence in this car has just been risen a whole lot. So we'll get it back, look over the data. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the shock sensors on, so I don't know exactly what they're doing, but super pumped. I'm about to probably, depending on when we race tomorrow, I don't even know if I'm going to use a boost ramp, because that thing, I almost scrambled it because it could take more early. So that's what we're going to do. We'll get it back. Gonzo's coming down to give me a push back. James went a 457. Not what we were looking for, but I mean, it gets us in the field pretty well. It's better than our last outing, so pumped about that. It's only day 1, Q1, so I don't know that we're going to get any more tonight, but let's get this thing pushed back, look over the data, and see what it did. Bro, that sounded so dirty from down here.
Dude, she was riding.
It sounded like it. Yo, PB in my car though went fucking right down.
Hey, I was at the trailer when you made your pass. Sounded good.
Dude, riding. That was 10 pounds less than I've ever ran too. So we'll see what it does.
I might have to go swap a trans though.
Oof.
It's still peaked on there.
Oh, did it?
Out
I
the
can't
catch
see in there.
You can smell it.
Oh yeah, I can smell it. Oof. No bueno. All right, well, you want have me him blah 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 blah. Do you want? Oh, I was gonna say he can drop me off and then push you back.
Yeah, no. I mean, it'll still drive that.
Oh, okay.
When it went to high.
The transmission pissed its pants.
I think you pissed your pants.
That does smell.
I heard him.
That smells horrible.
The fastest looking pass of the class.
You didn't hear that.
I said, yeah, he pissed himself. But hey,
It was a good hit, though.
Yeah.
it didn't even pick a tire up.
I was like, all we gotta do is listen for the pedal. If he doesn't pedal, it's a good pass.
Straight as an arrow too.
And we didn't even adjust the bars.
We know what we're doing.
Yeah. Except for that Ultra Street pass. I blame him. It's his fault.
He said, man, I think I might have pulled out too much times. Hey, if that was
I told you. What did I say? He was in there. I said, "Boy's been in the trailer with the laptop for too long. Something's gonna happen."
Hey, but if that would have been round 1 eliminations, we would have been going on to round 2.
Yeah, both of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm super pumped. As soon as I did my burnout, I was like, "Oh, this thing's fixed." Because usually in the burnout, it would do some weird stuff.
I was like coming up, I was at the trailer, and then there was, "Hey, cool, coming into the beams last." And I just hear it, and it's just, I'm like, oh, that sounded good. First time it sounded like a race car going
and I
down
was
the track.
like, I'm gonna scramble it. Nope, don't do it. Don't do it. I didn't scramble it, and yeah.
Be proud too. I didn't scramble mine either.
You didn't have to. Yeah, you already have scrambled eggs in the car. It smells like.
Yeah.
So all right.
Well, it's weird because it only does it on D-cell. Like, it doesn't push any fluid out. Not click everything off. And then it gets it right about that light, and it starts just...
Yeah, I don't know anything about transmissions. Can't help you, pal.
Yeah, I asked a few people. They're like, you might have something pushing past something. I'm like, all right, well, I didn't fix it.
Good answer. You got a spare at the
I got
house.
a brand new one at the house, so depends on how late I want to work.
I'll meet you at the trailer. All right, so I'm pretty sure that's the only runs we're going to get tonight. It's already kind of late, so probably not going to make any more, but we're going to pull up the data and see what we got going on with old Moonshine here. We got to look at James's too, because it's down 4 mile an hour and it should have been faster. So we got to take a peek at that. Oh, my laptop's in there. Listen, bud, if I catch you with that laptop again, I'm going to chuck it.
I'm just giving you the data once.
I don't trust you. All right, guys, so James has definitely got a trans issue. That little spike right there is actually a flare on the shift, and then it just kind of rode the same RPM all the way out. So, not happy.
Yeah, she lost a few mile an hours, but almost went that PB again.
Yeah.
So we know
It was close. That would have been a PB,
That would have been
and it with a
faster.
slower 60 foot too. So,
All 4 wheels stayed on ground. I was able to floor it the whole
go
way.
get a transmission, put that thing.
I happen to have one in stock.
Honestly, it'd probably be a good idea not to, because it's kind of a pain to do what you're doing. But yeah, you do what you want to do, buddy.
I mean, it's not that bad.
It will get bad.
Well, I was just going to park this at the motion trailer and have it on the battery
that's
charger,
smart.
fuel in it, and then once I make the
Smarter
pass
than
on
I thought
Ultra
he
Street,
was.
I was just going to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
up there and get in. I got 2 helmets, I got 2 sets of gloves, so I just go in full suit, get in the car, helmet
There
on,
you go.
gloves on.
Just walk around with this, like the stick all day.
Well, I just want you to
I'd
know,
probably fall out.
I'm not helping you change your transmission.
You can watch.
I'm going to eat steak again. All right, guys. Definitely going to want some more boost in this thing. This should kind of go up like that. It's had a little dip. As soon as I let go of the button, the boost actually dropped a little bit and then came back in, but we're going to fix all that. I'm going to shorten up the ramp. I'm not going to add any more total boost. It's all between 25 and 27. It spiked 27 in first gear right here, and then it kind of leveled out 25, 26 pounds. So we went a full 10th faster with a little bit less boost than the PB before, so that's good. And we can hit this thing a whole lot harder out of the hole. So I'll probably leave the starting line itself alone, and we're just gonna pour some boost in right in this area right here, get that a little bit happier. So this will kind of just come up and should level off better, but we'll see. I don't want to put any more into it out back. I want to work on getting the starting line good and the short track better, and then maybe we'll start pouring a little bit more to it. I don't really want to put more than 40 pounds through this thing, so that gives us about 15 pounds of boost to play with.
Say you need more boost, bud?
Yeah.
I got you.
You better stay away from my laptop. But other than that, it looked really good. It felt good. So I wish I had some shock data and the drive shaft sensor, because the thing, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in the GoPro, the in-car, but this is it kind of like spinning and stuff down the track. So I think air is actually getting under the back a little bit, and you can hear it. You can feel it. So not totally sketchy, but Moonshine before only did that if I hit like a bump on the track. Like Houston, when we were out there, it hit that bump and it was like, oh. I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna lift now.
Yeah, the 240 does that sometimes. We added a little bit of weight on the back and then tightened up the rear a good bit and stopped doing it.
I might have to tighten up the rear a little bit, but we'll see. We'll play with it. Definitely gonna throw some more power out here. Check out the carnage on my motor. Definitely gonna need at least a set of pistons in here, but we'll get this thing out. See what the damage is. It's really weird though, because it looks like on all of these pistons right here, they're actually touching the cylinder head, which is kind of odd. But definitely needs some valves. So these were all Inconel. These are stainless, so probably put some titaniums in it, get a new set of Inconel exhaust valves on it. Probably have it O-ringed while we got it apart. Definitely gonna need some new lifters. That one broke. New camshaft. I already talked to Bobby about that, so we'll get it put together. I'll probably go to a 904 lifter on it, O-ring the heads, put some more compression in this thing, see what it does. That's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay tuned.